Alright, well here I am with some more cube. I had some issues with my video while drafting, which is unfortunate, but we basically wound up with close to the same deck we had before, but I think it might be even better actually. Some of our top end is a little bit less potent. Like, I don't love having Hornet Queen as my like make a bunch of creatures card, but when we do have Finale, Natural Order, and I mean we even have a Green Suns, but I just think that we only have a couple of big green things to tutor into. I think I'm going to keep it as is. We have Rafellos again, which leads to some absurdly busted draws as we saw before. We also have Natural Order, and we have some cool targets for that in Acidic Slime, Hornet Queen, Crater Hoof, obviously to win the game. All is really, really solid things, but more importantly, look at all these 1-drops we have this time. I mean, now we're on 8 1-drops, 7 of which are accelerants. Although Gilded Goose isn't fantastic, so there may even be a world where we just trim on that one because it's not really the best at what it does. Actually, let me think about that for a second. Would I rather have Green Sun Zenith than Gilded Goose? I think the answer to that is yes. I think I would, actually. I think this is plenty of accelerants, and having just more tutor effects is kind of nice. Although, you know what? No, maybe I lied. Maybe it's not this. Maybe it's something else. We just, like, Green Sunning for a Crater Hoof or a Hornet Queen is both fine, but not the most absurd thing, and it takes a lot of mana. But we do have Rafellos. Like, I like this more if we have, like, better tutorable effects. If we have Primeval Titan as well, too, things like that. Huh. What else can we put in? This is tough. I mean, this is the problem with having so many good busted green cards is what's our last pick? You know, I am just going to put the Goose back in. I think we'll just leave it that way. There may be worlds where we board like Rec Sage and Green Suns in as ways to whatchamacallit, as ways to ways to answer more artifacts and enchantments if need be, but and then we also forgot to mention, we also have our channel combo again. So, channel into Emrakul. Pretty solid stuff. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see how this goes, but we have Kozilek as our secondary Eldrazi threat. Come here. Come on. Oh, it won't let me because I'm searching in the queue. And maybe it's because we have, if we want to get this Green Sun in, maybe we actually just trim on, like, the Kozilek and have just, like, one big colorless win the game spell. Maybe that's fine, but I do like being able to draw a bunch of extra cards as well too. I think that that's pretty useful stuff. So yeah, I will see you in match number 1. Alright, well, round number 1, winning the die roll like a champ. And yeah, I mean, this isn't the best thing we could be doing, but we do have some 1-drop acceleration. We do have some decent 5s. We might just end up stone raining them a couple of times. I'm going to lead on the Gilded Goose because if that one dies, I'd rather have that one die than the Birds of Paradise if they do have some sort of removal spell on turn 1. So I'm going to lead on the Goose. Let's see what our opponent's up to. Okay, could be a mirror. This is a mirror. I don't love this hand for this, although I guess we get to start hitting their lands this upcoming turn, so that's good at least. And we can... So how do I want to do this? We can Primal Command to find Rafellos, I think is the best thing we can do as well too. So, put this on top, and we will shuffle. And they could shuffle it away and just stay at 2 lands, which is fine as well too. Or they can shuffle this in response so that they can draw this land. Depends on what their hand looks like. So if they shuffle in response here to the Primal Command, that tells me that they do want this 3rd land, that they are not like flooded. If they shuffle afterwards, that's saying they have enough lands in their hand. Okay. Yep, so we'll just grab the Rafellos. Our hand's just very mana hungry at this point, so it's just best, I think, to establish more mana for us. And they're going to shuffle afterwards, so that tells me they do have more lands in their hand, they do have more things to do with their mana. If we draw land, maybe there's a world where we actually just acidic slime a land here. Probably not. Refellos is just going to provide us a lot more mana over the course of the next 2 turns. So that's probably not what we want to be doing, but I don't know. Maybe there's a world. I also like that we can Refellos plus we can activate Goose to make a food. So we're using our mana really efficiently that way. Whereas we wouldn't be utilizing the Goose very well if we just kind of let that go this next turn, essentially. If this is like a Courser or something, maybe I'll kill that, though. Oh. What does this one do? This is like a Harrow, right? 2 basic, put them on the battlefield. Yeah, except they come in tapped. Okay. Alright, well. They are rampant. Do we take the risk? I don't think we can. No, I think we had 2 choices. We either well, no, because we didn't have the land. So actually, our 2 choices were Courser and Prey, or just land the Refellos. I think at this point it's more important just to land the Refellos. 7 mana next turn. If we do find a land, we can, oh my goodness, this is scary. Okay. Okay. Really don't like that. Guess we probably just have to play out our Hornet Queen then, which I suppose is going to match their board state, but still I don't like it. Yeah, I will not block. Now we're hoping to dodge something real scary. So what if we play out Courser, 1, 2, 3. We play this. We put a forest into play, so that's going to provide 1 mana, 2 mana, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we do still have enough to Hornet Queen if we have to. So I guess we'll do that. We don't. It's a bummer. But now, I think if they don't kill us, we should be in a spot where we can finale for Crater Hoof, and that will kill them. As long as we don't get natural ordered here. Okay, not getting natural. Ooh, I have 2 pieces of power. Okay. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a bummer we can't do this for the fullest value, but it should be fine. 8. Search library, yes please. Where are you, Hoof? Bam! Always yield. There we go. Quick and easy. Okay, against other mono green, is there anything else that we want? I don't think so. Maybe we just want to bring in like this Chromox over a land just to be like a little more explosive. Maybe not over a land. Maybe over like the Jade Light. It's like a little grinding. We probably don't need that. Yeah, I like that. Just try and be a little more explosive on the draw. Well, here it doesn't look good. Here it looks really bad. Boy. I think we have to mulligan. Okay, I'm going to keep this and just pray that we can use our Sylvan Library and fetch land to be able to... Oh, we're probably dead. To find a channel. That's the hope here. Pretty good. Turn too late. So do get a land. Oh, boy, and they have a Lotus on top. Yikes. Ooh, boy. Okay, well. We need it now. We need it now. Come on. Okay. Use the ability, and we didn't find it. I think I'm just gonna pack it in, honestly. Like, we can go, like, you know, Arbor Elf plus Utopia Sprawl, but we can't. Okay, maybe that's not true. I'm gonna keep this one, put it on top, and then we'll Utopia Sprawl here, maybe green. And now we can hope to find an acidic slime, I guess, because we're too low of health, I think, to be able to Emrakul reasonably here. Although we could also just be dying here. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, if they have a hoof, we're dead. Cool. Bam. Go out on our own terms. Not really, but... Alright, well, their kill was much faster than ours. I don't really want to bring in Rex Sage for that specifically. I think I still want to keep our deck as is. Just because I would hate to have a Rex Sage when they don't have something like that. Okay, well, this is fine. I just get to go 1 into 3. And here I'm playing not the Gilded Goose on turn 1 because I don't want to waste my resource. Oh, that's cool. So now we actually... Oops. Let's play this first. Now we can actually do this prior to playing a land, which is sweet. Okay. But we're going to have a lot of mana. It's just going to be a matter of if we can find something to do with it. That's going to matter quite a bit for us here. I'd love to find... Okay, well, once again, we're going to have a lot of mana. And we can get in there a little bit. So we're going to draw Rofellos. And then, I guess... I don't know, if we have, like, land on top after that, that'd be kind of cool into anything big, really. Or just anything big after the Rofellos. That would also be fine. Any sequence of draws that puts something large into play would be fantastic. Okay, well, this is good. Fetch land on top. Okay, I think I'm going to keep that. And we have so much mana, I am going to offer all of these trades. Like, with this Rofellos and all of this stuff going on, like, if they want to trade off, yeah. I was going to say, if they want to trade off their Paradise Druid for literally anything, I'm totally okay with that. And the reason I'm keeping this Windswept Heath uncracked and the Abundant Harvest on top is because we can, potentially we can use it to play a land off the top next turn, but we also, if we see, like, a non-land that we don't like, Lotus, all 3 games, yikes. If we see a non-land that we don't like, we can do something powerful with that, whereas... you know, shuffle that away and try to find a better one. Is this Avenger again? Because he didn't play a land yet. Oh. Weird, they just wanted another creature. Okay. Sure, I guess that's fine. So now we're hoping to fade. So we got land on top. Okay. Boy. I wonder what the correct sequence is here. If we're supposed to Abundant Harvest past it, I mean, I guess they're both technically kind of random, so I'm just going to do this one first. See what we find. Huh. Oh, does that kill them? Feel like it does. The question is if we still have enough attackers. 5, 8, 9, 10. Oh yeah, we definitely do. Sweet. I'm glad that this game was decided by a... Oh, assuming they don't have a counterspell, I guess. But this game was decided by Crater of Behemoth all 3 games, which is kind of sweet. And I will attack with all. Cool. Alright, well, hoofed them, got hoofed, and then hoofed them. Easy. Moving on to round number 2. See you there. Alright, round number 2, and winning the die roll again. Showing you exactly how it's done, obviously. Well, this isn't the best hand, but I am going to keep it. We'll just go in green. I am going to play this Mox out here, even though it doesn't do too much, because they could have, like, a duress style effect, or maybe they have some sort of busted start into, like, a Thalia. And anything like that, I think I want to get away from. I think actually we're going to graveyard that one. Into a land. That's a bummer. With the thought of, now that we have this Kozilek, we're just looking for, like, actual ramp. Would be pretty sweet. Channel obviously would be fantastic. Okay. Well, maybe we're just gonna hard cast this. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this is 10. 8 next turn. Well, I mean, it's not super likely, but it's also not the most unlikely. We shall see. Oh. Or we will most definitely not. I guess. We did, however, just shuffle it back in, so I guess that's better than nothing, but we are empty-handed. They have an Urza on board, which is scary, because that card does really busted things. We're looking to draw something like ASAP. Hornet Queen would probably be pretty good. Okay, that's pretty good. Non-land here, obviously. See what we can find. Hornet Queen, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. Okay, well, now we just hope that Urza doesn't spin into anything too ridiculous. And we are 1 Crater Hoof away from the game, I guess. We do have 8 mana, so we can't actually finale into one yet. Even if we had Green Suns instead, we couldn't Green Suns into it yet. But okay, they got a Gonti. That's really scary because that could just take like our Crater Hoof, which isn't great. So we'll see. The other cards go to our graveyard, right? Bottom one. Oh no, they just go in our library. So I guess I don't even need these pulled out. It's not like Thief of Sanity, I guess. Okay, not what we were looking for, obviously. Four, 5, 6. Yeah, I mean, I'll send in. This is putting them on a kind of short clock, so they do have to find something here. It's a bummer we couldn't find a way to get 1 point in earlier. Because if we have found a way to do that, they'd be dead if they didn't find something here. But I mean, we'll see what they have in the first place. They could have something where it just completely doesn't matter. They could Damnation us, which would just reset the board. They could Urza into a whole bunch of problematic things. It could be, I don't know, a Upheaval, I mean, they could Urza into, like I was saying, like an Emrakul, an Ulamog, most things big and scary like that would all be pretty horrifying. They could, I guess if they found our 5 mana that nukes a land could be a little rough, because they could just hit this and cut us off quite a bit of mana, but it's probably fine. Oh, Natural Order. Okay, well, yeah. This will do it if it resolves. Doesn't look like it will. Yep. Alright, well. That's fine. That's why I didn't want to sacrifice one of the flyers, because these are a little more important at this point. And we will put them to 1 and see if they can wrath us. Or kill us, I suppose. Urzaing into an Emrakul would be very good, obviously. I wonder, are we dead to our own Crater Hoof at this point? +4, +4? 9. Yeah, I think we might be. Oh man, is that what they found? No, don't tell me that. Oh no. Shoot, had I left anything back, would that change anything? This is how much power? 15, 27 with trample? No, I couldn't have. There's no way I could have left back enough. It's kind of hilarious that they stole that anyway, because had our Natural Order resolved, we would have just had to. We would have just had to grab the artifact thing, the What's it called? Right here, acidic slime. But, oh well. Alright, well, I'll bring in Rec Sage. Seems good here. What do I want to cut? Maybe just the Jade Light. She's not really doing too much. Yeah, that's probably fine. Not doing too much. It's probably okay. We'll see here. I don't like our matchup against actual counterspell if they find a way to put a clock together, but you know, they got a little fortunate to find our Crater Hoof, and that does feel like the only way they had to win that game, so I guess that's probably fine for us. I'll keep this. We can turn to Abundant Harvest to try to find something else, like a channel or whatever. That's probably pretty good. If we find ourselves with like a Rathalos drawn on turn 2 or something, we can play that out instead. This tapping for white mana is a little bit awkward, because it means that if we did draw Rathalos, we couldn't Rathalos plus Abundant Harvest, which is kind of a bummer. But what if Force? Yikes. They have Force too, and they were debating forcing a 1-drop. That's super aggressive, but I can't say I don't like it. See what this turn looks like for us here. I'm going to actually do this before playing a land, so that they think we're trying to find a land. Bummer, didn't work. Okay. Now I wish we had drawn that for turn, because had we done that, that would have been much better for us. We would have been able to play this Garrick, but oh well. So I don't have Counterspell Magic up. I will just Rec Sage that. It might not be their best artifact, but I'll still do it. And then next turn, if we really want, we can, if they don't have Counterspell Magic up, we can like Natural Order away this Rec Sage to try to find an Acidic Slime to nuke one of their lands. Is this a Toxic Deluge? No, it's just, oh boy, they're stealing our Mox. Yikes, that is very bad for us. So assuming that this resolves, I am just going to +1 this. Oh boy, they have a Daze? Yikes. Okay. I'll offer this trade up because we're not really going to be able to trade with the Flyer anyway. Really don't like this position that we're in now. Now that they're able to interact so much for so little mana. We did have an okay mana denial plan with that Rec Sage, but the fact that they were able to steal one of our mana sources as well as take out a threat that turn. Oh my goodness. And now we're just getting absolutely hammered. This is bad. Because now our Natural Order doesn't do anything. Yikes. Okay, well that's a pretty good draw, assuming that that one resolves. Okay, it did. That's good. Now we're looking for, I don't know, I mean, I guess we get to ship away these cards, which is kind of cool. So these will just shuffle everything back in. That's kind of fun. I'm going to keep the Emrakul in case we find Channel. That's going to be the better one for us to cast. Okay, well now we can do a cool trick with this. So we will put that on top, and we'll get to play it with the Courser anyway, which is kind of cool. And now, if they don't make us sacrifice this Courser, if all they do is plus here, I think I'm just going to ditch the Natural Order, because I don't really want to sacrifice this away, and it's not really finding anything that's that fantastic. Oh, what was that? Snuff Out. And they didn't pay the mana for it? Okay, so they have Counterspell. Kind of stinks, but not much we can do about that. Yeah, I'll keep this. And I'll keep this one too, I guess. Or we can put this back. We can go land natural order. Actually, I like that more. Because now I'm going to try to find a whatchamacallit, make a bunch of insects. This is probably getting countered, but we would find the, oh boy, that is the worst case scenario for us. Okay. Yikes. Their deck is very good. Mana Drain, Counterspell. They've got Liliana as well, too. I really like Coercive Portal, so that's obviously pretty fantastic. Now we might be in a spot where we'll just have to try to cast the Primal Command to, like, try to tuck this Liliana, or I guess the Coercive Portal is a slightly better target for us. Like, try to tuck that and, like, grab, like, a Raphelos, maybe? We'll see. And now I'm sure they'll plus and make us discard this. Okay, now we're in a pretty bad shape. Not that we were in a great spot before. Foretold. What's the Foretold card? Is it the extra turns card? Whew. Okay. Well, I think here's our only shot here. We are going to... If we pay 8 life, we can't even do that. Okay, I'll just put on top. We just have to hope that this resolves. Well, it doesn't look like it will, but... I just counterspell this too. We're in a pretty rough shape. Yeah. Alright, well... I don't know that we really have any outs. Them not plussing the Liliana, I guess, is an indication of that, but... Oh well. Alright, I'm going to vote Carnage to see if they screw up. They did not screw up. Bummer. That might have been our out. Yeah, so this Liliana's going to plus, and we're going to end up having to discard this. Okay, they are taking extra. Alright, I'm going to pack it up then. Bummer, but not too much we could have done about that. I will see you in round number 3. Alright, so round number 3. Here we are. Yeah, this thing's fine. There's probably some argument to just Abundant Harvest to see if we can blind find ourselves with, whatchamacallit on turn 2, Channel, but Arbor Elf lets you do the same thing, so more realistic, we're going to go Arbor Elf into Abundant Harvest to see if we find it, probably not find exactly, and then just play this Sylvan Library out, which is also perfectly fine, and another way to potentially even just find it. We'll see. Well, now I'd love to find it. No. Okay, and I am still going to play just the library out here. I think what's more important is trying to get this down before there's a counterspell, and finding ourselves in a spot where we're looking for action, because we have ramp. That's not really our problem. Yes. Oh boy. I'll keep one of these. Now I'm going to feel really bad if we get hardcast Dazed, but... Oh, man. Mana Drain is so good against this deck. Mana Drain might single-handedly be the best card against Mono Green. Oh my goodness. Into a 4-mana colorless Planeswalker? Yeah, you can have a forest. Wow, that was very good. Yikes. And now if we don't find something to play this turn, it's going to get miscalced next turn. That's pretty scary. Suspend a Cloudscape. Yep. Ugh. I think we just have to keep all these. Really stinks, but I think we just have to. Would have preferred a Utopia Sprawl to any of these, because it would actually get us kind of close to casting this Kozilek, but So now they can probably, if they don't have interaction, they can town tick for this miscalc, and then we just have to be wary of that. Now we have a lot of mana, so we can't resolve most things through that. Chose not to, which might also be fine, because that's kind of them just saying, like, look, you know, we probably aren't going to get to do much through that. Does this... Man. You're just getting shut down here. So what do we have here? We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So we're still 2 away from Kozilek. So we can attack this Narset for 2. We do not get to trigger Sylvan Library, or else we just have to put the card back. Actually, I don't even know how that works, because I'm pretty sure this explicitly says 2 cards drawn this turn. Yeah, it doesn't say up to, obviously, so it just says 2. Yeah, so if we choose to, I think we just have to put our card back anyway. Like the card we draw for turn, that is. So we would just not even be drawing for turn if we choose to do that. What did they do? Did they shuffle? Not shuffle. Oh! Oh, man. Okay. No. Oh, it doesn't even give us the option. So can we still channel into anything here? So if we channel here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... So we can still Kozilek, which will let us do nothing, really. I think we still have to do it, though. Yeah, I think so. The fact that this doesn't even draw us cards is, like, so embarrassingly bad. Oh, they have a force, too? Yikes. We are getting torched out here. Getting torched. Although I guess if I didn't pay all the life earlier to get to the Sylvan Library, we wouldn't have gotten to this channel, so that makes sense. Alright, well, I mean, can't really play too much around the force. I'm going to pay 4 here. Ugh. This is so awkward, too, because we can't just drop to 2 because of this. So we have to pay at least 1 more. Man, this stinks. Yeah, this card's just a 10 mana 12/12 that will probably lose to some form of removal that they have. Or I guess, I mean, they can just put it back in our hand, right? They have the Cloudscape coming down this turn. They do have a force. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, have to attack the Narset. And then I think we're just dead, really. Oh, they do have 1 more turn, I guess. Wait, did I not attack the Narset? Oh my goodness, I attacked the Karn on accident? Oh my gosh. Oh man. Yikes. That's pretty rough. It is pretty rough. Okay, we know they have a miscalc. I think we have to gain 7 though. So we can search for a creature and then gain 7. Yeah, I will gain 7. And now we can tap bird and land to pay for miscalc if we need to. And then we can still attack. So I'm going to grab Raphelos. So now what happens? We have 6, 12. We have exactly 15, so I can't trade any of these off. Although this probably means that they're just going to Cloudscape our Raphellos back to our hand, which isn't great, but we still have it at least. So we know they have Dig Through Time. Is the card we know they have left. Oh my goodness. This is not going well for us here. That is for sure. Really? They just have like a Wrath too? That's a bummer. Well, I guess that means that our Raphellos isn't getting Wrathed, so maybe that's okay. Alright, well, I'm going to attack this Narset down. Since I misclicked earlier and meant to do that. Oh, they were a removal spell too. Alright, we're dead. We're dead, because once I take both of those out, yeah, it's just game over. I don't know if there's too much we want to do about that. Just try to get down before they get all their counterspells on. Try not to play super hard into mana drain, I guess. Yeah. We'll see. We shall see. On the play, once again. We have channel. I'm going to keep this. Would love to draw a land over the next 2 turns. So, what if we... Oh, we can't... Never mind. We don't have enough green. I was going to say, what if we channel plus finale? We would kill them, but that doesn't matter at this point. Can't do that. So now we really need a land. Play a non-blue land, please. Ugh. Oh, okay. Land. Man, that stinks. I mean, Raphellos is good, but... still really stinks. If we had a land there, we could have played our Garrick. Garrick would enable us to do some pretty cool things over the next turn or two. See what they do with this Ponder. Hopefully nothing too great. A shuffle would be great. Shuffle and then play a non-blue land. That would be pretty awesome. That would be pretty cool. Chooses to not shuffle and played a blue land. So the exact opposite of what I was hoping for. Well, I guess what we can do now then is, as much as it stinks, what if we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm trying to think of the best way to play around mana drain here. So one choice is to just channel first. But the scary part is if we channel first and they just say, oh well, we'll just mana drain anything that they play. That's not going to work out well for us. We could also try to Garrick, but that doesn't play super well against it because if that one gets mana drained, we can't play anything else this turn. Although I think we're stuck on 1 spell this turn anyway. So maybe that's the highest upside, because if that happens, we can then untap 2 lands and we can Acidic Slime. So I guess that'll be our play. And what I want to do is save this Primal Command, because this can, like, if they play a Karn or something. Okay. I was going to say this can potentially, like, tuck that. Then I'm going to Acidic Slime here and try and hit one of their lands. So probably get dazed, counterspelled. Maybe this one gets mana drained. Who knows? I could have gone for a primal command to try to find the Emrakul. I'd rather do that in a turn when we, like, in the same turn. Okay, all of this is resolving. It feels strange. Okay. So now, let's play this out first, I guess. Now I am going to go for that line. Yeah. I will put this back. Try to search for a creature. And I'm sure this will get countered if they have a counter spell. It does. What did they pitch to it? Miscalc. Oh, so that's what they had before, and they chose not to miscalc us? Really? Oh, but once again, we have too much white mana, so we can't actually... if I'd have used one of the white mana before, we would have been able to do that. Man, it's a huge misplay. That is a huge misplay. Because then we could have channeled and finale killed them this turn. Goodness. Now this comes down and puts our Raphellos back in our hand. Yikes. Maybe it's just the Garruk. Please just put the Garruk back. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Boy, that is definitely a bummer, though. Not much to say about that. Just kind of goofed. Okay, they don't have double blue unless they hold this Paradise up. I guess they probably will, but... Oh, okay. So now we can try it this turn and see what happens. They've already used their force. Guess we can grab the Emrakul itself, huh? Yeah, might as well. 15. All done. Bam, did it. Okay. Tried to lose that game, found a way to not do it. Let's see if we can turn this into a 2-1 as opposed to a what I think be kind of a sad 1-2. But we did run into two pretty rough matchups, two mana drain decks. Can be pretty tough for us, that's for sure. So we'll see where we're at. Well, this is a turn 3 primal command. Probably getting counterspelled of some degree, but I still think this is the kind of hand we want. We've got couple different pieces of ramp. Finale is just a solid card. We may even, if we find like our Mox or something, just Finale for Raphellos on turn 2. Probably not, but we'll see. And now maybe we'll Finale for Raphellos this next turn if we can do that through a miscalc. Okay, they just picked that up. So now I'm just going to slime one of their blue source. Hope this doesn't get forced. And even if it does, I mean, we have some pretty good cards in hand, so it's better than nothing. Yep. Okay, I had another blue source, so they can ponder again here. But if they ponder, we can primal command, put their land back. Find Raphellos, maybe? That's probably better. Although I guess Finale's not really finding anything great here anyway. Well. Boy, do we even really have much to find left? That's like a pretty decent question here. Let's see. Not really. Yeah, I think I'm actually just going to play the Rafellos here. Yeah. Just get a bunch more mana, put ourselves in a spot where most of our things are good. Once again, they did not shuffle. Could mean blue source mana drain. That'll be pretty rough for us. Could mean miscalc. What about blue source? Okay. So the rough part here is we can't really attack very well. Because if we attack with the Rafellos instead of casting a spell, we're in a pretty rough spot where they can Venser us. And I don't love that. So our choices here, we can Primal Command target their island. And I guess just search up whatever. Another dork of some kind, I guess, is probably our best here. We could Finale for a bunch to kind of pump fake them, but then if it resolves, we don't really get to grab anything good. We could Hornet Queen, and if they do counter it, we could then Finale to search for the Hornet Queen from our graveyard in a later turn. I think I like that the best, actually. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3 left over, yeah. So this gets through a miscalc as well, too, so they do, wow, okay, so they have to force it. Okay. Well, now I guess we just pass. This feels like a pretty hard Venser here. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. It didn't grab double blue. Maybe I was wrong. Okay. Well, if they tuck this, we can just Finale for it again. Okay. Or if we draw a land, I think we can Primal Command put this back. Oh, we can channel. Okay, that seems pretty good. So I guess we just Finale for 10, search our graveyard. Yeah, and grab this Hornet Queen and then kill them. Yeah, that seems fine. Oh, that doesn't work the way I thought it did, huh? I thought this would... Okay. Well, that's not good. I guess instead then we can... Yikes. Gain 7. And find a creature. And then we can get Kozilek and cast it. Well, clearly I should have done things in a different order. But we will attack this Teferi, I suppose. Yikes, that was definitely a pretty huge mistake. We should have just won the game on the spot. I might have found the only line that didn't win the game, unfortunately. Yeah, it was all pretty bad news. Okay, so I'm going to dig through time. If they have a Wrath, we're pretty punished. We would get to Jadelight plus Findhorn into hopefully Crater Hoof them. But I just don't see things going our way here. Big goof. Alternatively, now that I thought about it a little longer, we could have just primal commanded first to find that, or alternatively, we could have. I found a wrath too. Oh, okay, never mind. They're just gonna do this. So here, do we get to Crater Hoof them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So maybe it won't matter. Sweet. All right. Didn't matter. Whew. Well, yeah, we could have, and definitely should have primal commanded first, or we could have just finale'd for the full 15 to get the Emrakul. I thought that it would put the trigger on the stack in a way where we were going to go positive and get the all the flyers were going to get +X as well too, the 1/1 insects, because I figured that a trigger would be put on the stack, but obviously that's not how that works. So that's fine. Finished with a 2/1 once again. Yeah, mono green seems fun. This cube seems great, and yeah, I will see you next time.